Okay, I'm recording as well, so you all can go back and hear what I had to say about the details and fix them. Okay, real quick. I mean, I don't really mind you all presenting something like my first, like any PowerPoint or presentation format, like the visuals matter, right? That's the whole point of it. I am always a fan of simple. So if you guys want to go with pure black and white, that's up to you. You know, I don't know how that works with the audience, but it's crisp, you know, so I'm not gonna scream about it. Um, okay, relationship between body composition and aggression, really nice and clear, fine, right? Leave it alone, keep going. Body composition may influence aggression. Okay, I like what you're doing with your title at the top. You're guiding your audience as to where you're headed in your presentation on this slide. Okay, so you've got some quotes here. I'm assuming that you're going to talk about literature. For each of these quotes, I would have like a citation right here, Jones and Jones, 1999, 2018, whatever it is, and then talk about the research that leads you to make each of these statements. All right, so what I want you to do is more than just give bullet points. So when I see something like this, I think, okay, this is a good start, but my fear is upon seeing this, that students will just read me the quotes and move on, right? That is bad, okay? So this is a good starting point, but you have to be the person that clarifies. But in terms of this is fine. I'm not sure why you have like a dash here and then bullet points here. Maybe that, I'm not quite sure what that's all about. So decide what you're trying to do. There, okay. Okay. Okay, so you definitely have a format that you're working through. I like it. I like your funnel. It's clear. It moves. You just have to be very, whoever the person is that's doing the intro section is going to have to be very clear in leading people to where you're heading. Okay. You are a tour guide. You know this, they don't. So it's incumbent upon you to teach your audience. But in terms of your structure, it's good. Larger body composition.
May.
Yeah. Okay. And I might even say, because we're not doing an experimental study where we manipulated, we're just looking at how people responded and how those responses line up with other responses. I might just say are associated with, okay? This kind of makes it sound more directional, and we really can't say that with your study. Okay, so larger are
larger
and
body.
I wouldn't say larger, I would just say body composition may be associated with aggressive behaviors. Okay. And as a sub underneath here, okay, no, just leave that alone. Receiving weight related verb, same thing, may contribute or may be associated with increased aggression or aggressive tendencies. That's fine. So just get the associated part in here. Danie, I think we went over this stuff, didn't we? Okay. Okay, good. Oh, you make me happy that you did this. Okay, you listened. Yay. So, okay, initial sample. Yep. How many in your low BMI, high BMI group? Okay, so you might want to include that. So I would have low BMI, N equals, high BMI, N equals, but you also have weight related verb, WRVA. That should be here too. That should, so you have your design includes 2 splits on both of those variables, 1 and 2. So make sure they're represented on both. Right now, you just have BMI listed as your independent variable. Got it?
I'm confused by that one. Like add a.
Okay, so it's not tertial, it's tertile. Tertile, like percentile. That might be a autocorrect thing. Okay, tertile split on, I would put colon and then number 1, BMI. Number 2, WRVA, which you'll just have to explain to your audience what that means. Got it, Kelly?
Mhm.
Okay. And then that creates these 2 different groups, your high BMI group, your low BMI group. Make sure you have N equals, whatever that is, N equals, right? However many people in your low BMI group and your high BMI group. It's like 9 and 9 or 9 and 8 or something like that. You also need to have high WRVA, low WRVA, and then the numbers.
So we need like another bubble for.
Nope, just include it underneath.
Okay.
Okay, and then you have your dependent variables, aggressive tendencies and behaviors. I would list them. You know, and then you have to say from the BAQ, right? So BAQ scores and subscale scores.
On the dependent variable.
Yeah, your dependent variable is your BAQ, right? And you've got like, I don't know, there's like 4 subscales, at least that I remember. Danie? Okay.
They are verbal aggression, anger, hostility, and then there's one more, but I can't remember it. Hold on.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't need to walk it through with me, but you guys get that straight. All of those, your dependent variables, you've got your general idea, which is aggression. There's your construct, right? But you're measuring it by looking at scores on that scale, right? That's where you're looking for differences. How in aggression, right? There's like verbal aggression, physical aggression, hostility, and anger, maybe, Danie? I can't remember. We walked through each one of these, didn't we?
Yeah, they're on the next slide, and I just put them in the chat.
Okay. Whoa. So I don't mind this, except it looks like this is, whatever this thing is cutting off your chart. Okay, but see if you can figure out, like, is there something over here?
No, I think that's just the layout of it.
Okay.
I can fix it.
Yeah. Just move that over so it doesn't look like it's cut out. So here you're describing your participants, and good. I don't even know what this one is right here. So you'll have to walk me through. There's no titling on it. Okay.
Yeah, that's just for like the male to female percentages.
Yeah, usually in age, Andrew, you just do a mean and standard deviation. Okay. All right, so here's what I would say about this. I think you can hide your analysis slide. If you want to keep this as your kind of cheat sheet when you're presenting it, that's fine. But your goal is to take this data and to walk your audience through what it means. So in like one thing that I want to know is which of these are significantly different from the other, and they're not noted, right? You want to draw your audience to the areas where there are significant differences between your BMI groups. Maybe there are none. Okay, you might want to just, it seems to me like when we looked at BMI, there wasn't much there, was there? Or there was, but it wasn't super powerful. There was just like one where there was a difference. Which one was it, Danie?
Hostility.
It
Just
was,
hostility?
yeah.
Okay,
for-
I would have as your title BMI results, significant differences in hostility, but not other measures of aggression. Okay, I would have that right at the title to center your audience and to center your speaker, right? So you can say that hostility is the only one in which there was differences such that those people that had higher BMI tended to be more hostile than those that were lower. For the other measures of aggression, there was no difference between the groups. So so BMI may relate to hostility. It doesn't appear to relate to levels of physical aggression, verbal aggression, or anger. Done. Boom. Moving on. You don't need to have a separate slide here for that, right? You do the analysis in front of everybody. Just walk them through the picture. Same thing with weight-related verbal abuse. Weight-related verbal abuse strongly related to all forms of aggression, right? I would have that as a title right here at the top, and then walk them through for all your measures of aggression, weight-related verbal abuse. People who had received a lot of weight-related verbal abuse reported significantly greater, and this is like 001, 001. It's like 1 chance in 1,000 that this is like occurred by chance. If I remember right, the data was really strong. Yes, I get it. Head shaking, Carissa. Do you understand this data, Carissa?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then your analysis, same thing. You can just walk them through discussion section. Good. So you're kind of good. I like what you're doing here. So clearly you paid attention to what we did in class. Just then can make sure when you're doing these points, you're connecting it to what the research says. Okay. Positively, negatively. Conclusion, fine. Yep. Any questions? Fine. Okay. So you all have a little bit of work just to kind of clean it up and make it more presentable and clear. Other than that, I think you're in pretty good shape. So what I'd like you to do is for Friday, right into the same Dropbox, give me the updated form. Okay. You all also need to decide who's doing what for the presentation, who's doing what part of the presentation. You have 4 people. You could do, one could do intro, one could do methods, one could do results, one could do the conclusion. You decide. That's an easy way to do it, but doesn't matter to me. Okay, it's a group grade, so you can put it together however your group wants. Questions before I go?
What kind of graphs and stuff do you want on the methods and participant one?
Methods and participants.
Like the methods, participant demographics, and survey details.
Oh, I don't need a graph for that at all. You can just describe them. That's up to you. You can
Okay.
do something or not do something, right? The key is that you walk people through the design, right? Through the procedure process. Does that make sense, Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. I'm trying to figure out because I keep on recording stuff and it's recording it to my home computer instead of to the Zoom cloud, which is super annoying and work intensive. But anyway, I don't seem to have control over this. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the record for us for today. I'll try and post that session up later on today once I get it. And I have to go through a whole bunch of machinations to get it back to you guys. So hopefully it's useful. Okay. Any questions before I go?
Do you want us meeting in the end room after class, or are we good to go after we're done?
You guys are good to go, right? I've done what I wanted to do with you guys. You just have to decide what you need to do to get things ready for Friday. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Mm.